It has come to my attention there's a Velowave Breeze T that needs reviewing. Get this thing out of the box first and then let's take a look at its specs and show you around the bike. Let's do it. I'm slicing open the box, everybody. I am cutting open the box. All right, first look. See what it looks like. See which one they even sent me. See what it looks like. See how heavy it is. That's not too bad. Or am I just absolutely ripped? Could be either one. Thank you. Wow, I almost just chopped my own leg off. All right, bunch of zip ties, bunch of styrofoam, as usual. We even got handlebars here, which is nice, you know, for riding. I'm doing pretty well for this being my first e-bike review ever. Good thing they warned me about checking the tire pressure before riding. Didn't even think of that. Little brake spacer. Let's get this wheel in. And I need the axle, but I can at least put this in first so it can stand on the kickstand, just like that. Wow, there's a box in the box. It's even taped shut. Thanks, Velowave. Needed that right now. Okay, wow. Got an owner's manual here and they even sent a bike lock. How nice of them. And we got a bell and a tool and a headlight, nice. Let's get this axle through inside and put the spring on, put the thing on. I like these little quick axles, they're nice. Make everything so convenient, so easy to set up. We're good. Look how nice and smooth that spins. Zero friction on that bad boy. Let's go ahead and get these handlebars all straightened out here. All right, steering neck is adjusted. Also, pro tip, it's always nice to have quick tools to do everything instead of doing everything manually. You have these like electric screw guns, they make things so much faster. They already have the screen and everything assembled for you, which is nice. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give those a little bit of a tighten down with a manual wrench. Perfect. And then red is probably for the headlight, which I haven't installed yet. Let's move on. I love that they don't have like a 10 millimeter, like double threaded side nut bolt thing. That made it so much easier, dude. Thank you, Velowave, for not sucking. Yeah, predictable bolt sizes and everything. Thank you. Yeah, that was really easy. And it fits well too. Doesn't look like it's like gonna rub and stuff. All right, and then of course, connect the headlight and bing, bang, bong. I remove like every single warning sticker. Makes my IQ feel lower than it is reading all that stuff. Like, remember to attach the pedals so you can pedal while you're riding. Like, yeah, obviously, idiot. Oh, that was the wrong one. In the accessory box is also a bell, so let's install that over here on the right side. Easy as that. And just like that, we have ourselves a fully assembled Velowave Breeze T. Let's go over specs really quick. 48 volt, 15 amp hour, 500 watt motor, 28 mile per hour top speed, and 300 pound payload capacity, and certified it won't explode on you, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's their website. So just to set expectations really quick, this is a $1,700 bike on the website right now. It's $1,699, obviously plus tax. All right, first impressions is it's a practical bike. It's a step through, so it's easy to mount and dismount. It's got the cargo rack, and it's just got that overall like very comfortable riding upright position. This thing does have hydraulic brakes, which makes braking a lot easier than cable-driven brakes and more efficient, so that it stops faster and it's easier to pull. I don't go too much into the bicycle side of these e-bikes. My job really here is to stress test them to see what the powertrain is actually capable of, top speed, range, that kind of thing. It's got a decently comfortable looking seat, so I'm excited to actually see how that one feels. One of the biggest weaknesses, in my opinion, on e-bikes are just the seat is just so uncomfortable that even if it's a nice comfortable stance of a bike, the seat just makes it unrideable because it's so uncomfortable. Okay, that's pretty much it. I think it has 28-inch wheels, which is nice for a street bike. And I just noticed it has cable-less design. So all of the wires actually route through the frame of the bike, which kind of cleans up the overall look and the appearance of the bike. All right, let's turn the bike on and go over software. A little startup sequence there. And a pretty simple, nice, decently high resolution color display here. Plus and minus button, hold those down, goes into a settings menu, and then the I button goes into each menu, and I'll kind of just click through. That is it. That's it for that one. Display settings. You got units, unit measurements, LCD brightness, auto off, that kind of thing. Cool. And then information is just the software it's running, and then exit. That's the settings you guys have. It has front suspension, obviously, no rear suspension. It is a hardtail, and it does not have a suspension seat on it, so if you want to have that like nice cushiony riding experience, you'll probably want to pick up a suspension seat for it. As far as that, that's pretty much a speed tour here. So tonight I'm gonna get this thing charged up fully, and then tomorrow we'll get a top speed test first. Highest battery life, get the highest top speed we can, and then we'll get on a full range test and see how far this thing will go as well, and just how comfortable it is, overall riding experience, that kind of thing. So bring you guys back tomorrow when this thing is fully charged up. And there's the throttle. For a 500 watt motor, this is definitely not bad. It doesn't feel any different than any other e-bike. 500 watts, I guess, is not like super low power, but you'd think 750 or 1000 watts is the least you'd want, but this actually feels just about normal. I keep trying to twist this as like a twist throttle because so many e-bikes have that, but it's actually left side thumb throttle. Not bad so far. I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect for a front suspension e-bike with a hardtail. It's not uncomfortable by any means. The seat is actually really nice. I think that's why it feels more comfortable than I think it should. First impressions are just fine. It's comfortable. It feels well built. The frame looks nice and the welds look safe. And yeah, it's different. It's decently quick. It's comfortable. There's not really much more to say about it. It's a more budget-friendly e-bike. Full size, step through. I'm 6'3" and it's definitely big enough for me. Like, I feel like it's a great all-around commuter road bike. And the wheels aren't like the fat tire ones. They are, maybe that also improves the acceleration and just the overall like miles per gallon fuel economy. There's not as much contact with the ground on these slightly thinner road tires. So you get added efficiency from like the meeting the actual pavement. The fat tire ones takes more power to spin the wheels, and the wheels make more contact with the pavement. So obviously it was designed as more of a commuter. It's basically built as efficiently as it can with a very nice, durable, nice looking frame and decent components. So I'll be excited to see what kind of range we actually get. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull over right here. We will pull out the speedometer app. We are reset and we are tracking. Let's get her done. This thing into a higher gear too while we're here. 7, all the way up to 7. Pedal's nice at top speed. Obviously it's limited to 20 miles per hour, I just noticed. And I guess I'll need to check if I can get it up to a higher top speed, kind of unlimit it. I can tell it wants to go a little faster than 20. Also, it improves range. You know, the slower you go. 20 miles per hour is just fast enough to keep me happy, but I like to go a little faster if possible. And I can tell it's limited, so I will see personally if it... All right, so we're hitting 20. Let's just go ahead and pull over right here. Survey says 20.1 mile per hour. 20 mile per hour capped top speed on this bad boy. Let's get her home. We'll get it on a full range test. See what kind of actual miles we get from this thing. It's way too torquey for a 500 watt motor. I don't know what they're giving this thing, what kind of steroids they put in this battery pack. But they're pushing some amps to that motor, that's for sure. It feels torquier than a 500 watt motor. But yeah, overall, dude, it feels like a very light, nimble bike. Like the wheels obviously are a little thinner than the fat tire versions of these bikes. And you can definitely feel it. It feels a lot more nimble than a larger tire e-bike. And it just feels good as a commuter. It's not uncomfortable by any means. I'm going over some decent bumps here. It's some very uneven like pavement like joints. If I were to modify this thing at all, I would turn off the limiter if I can, so we get like 24, 25 miles per hour. That would keep me satisfied forever of ownership of this thing. And I'd get a suspension seat just to kind of minimize the vibrations you get through the seat itself. And dude, I'd be 100% happy with this. Under $2,000, as long as we get some decent range out of this thing. We drop 3% going 2 miles. I'll be happy with it for a $1,600 e-bike. First impression, not bad at all. Let's get a range test done and we'll go from there. It's way too torquey for a 500 watt motor. That's crazy. Here we go for the hill test. Feel it lose a couple, the motor just kicked on right now. Pulling up just fine, yeah. It's a weird thing about limited bikes is it tries to keep you at 20 and then all of a sudden, you know, the motor stops kicking on until it realizes you're losing speed. All right, here we go for a brake test. Not bad. All right, so I finished the range test yesterday and I gave it a full charge overnight. Bring him over here, young swag. We got 29.2 miles on one charge. To get almost 30 miles on one charge for a $1,699 e-bike is not bad at all. But anyway, that's the spec I got on the Velowave Breeze T, and it was limited to 20 miles per hour. I wish I could unlimit it, but less top speed, more range. But overall, 20 miles per hour is plenty, you know, just to keep you happy. It's fast enough to not feel like you need too much more. For an average price e-bike, not bad at all as far as the range. So Velowave, if you're watching this, let me know how to unlock this e-bike. That's pretty much it. All right, well, there you guys have it. That's the Velowave Breeze T for you. Comfortable, fun e-bike in the average priced $1,700-ish range. It's pretty much exactly what I expected in the price category with the specs that it has. This thing does 20 miles per hour. I couldn't find a way to unlimit it. I could definitely tell there was more in the tank, but I didn't know how to unlimit the thing, if that's even possible on the Breeze T. Velowave, if you're watching, let me know, please. And this thing took me almost 30 miles on one charge, and that's not bad because I'm 6'3" with a lot of wind resistance and I'm 220 pounds, a little bigger than the average rider. But this thing does have a payload capacity of 300, it says, and usually there's a little bit more tolerance than that. But overall, really fun bike to ride. I'll let the specs speak for themselves as usual, and there's a link in the description if you guys want to check out the specs and everything yourself on their website and see more. Obviously, I don't go into like professional review of the specs or anything. It's basically a consumer review, so I hope it helped you out as a consumer if you're in the market for yourself right now, deciding which one to get. But that's pretty much it. Smash that like button before you guys head out, and I'll catch you guys next time.